The 76ers trailed by 4.
And, you know, guys, the Sixers did force a lot of turnovers, but they also gave the ball away the most in the NBA, so kind of negated the turnovers they forced. They can be as defensive as they want, but they've got to get better at taking care of the ball if they're going to improve.
Good.
That shot becomes effortless for him when the D is so relaxed. They've got to get more intense.
In the corner, George with it. Outside Holiday. In the corner, it's Jefferson. And George, here we go. Shot is off.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
Barnes passes to Patterson. Changes up. Got a piece of it. And they'll keep possession. 4 on the clock. Out to the right wing. Second chance shot. Muhammad, no luck. For Indiana, they've gone 4 of 8 so far here in the second quarter. Patterson against Collison. Indiana moving the ball around. Here's Jefferson. Good. Jefferson's got his second basket of the night.
3 consecutive baskets have come right at the rim. The defense had better start buckling down and tightening up.
Guys, they are getting exposed in terms of their low post defense.
That evens the score. 14 points for Barnes.
And that makes it 2 3-pointers in the quarter so far and 4 for the game.
Holiday dishes to Jefferson. Back to Holiday. Down low. Got a hand on it. Got a piece of it. And so it looks like the 76ers will retain possession here. Feeds to Barnes for the 3. Shot misses. And Indiana will go the other way with it. And the wide open shot from Collison. And the 3 off target. Philadelphia's gone 6 of 11 when they've taken the 3-point shot tonight. Very respectable. And just as J.J. Hickson seemed to be finding some rhythm in his career, Clark, last season happened. His production dropped like a rock.
Yeah, you know, Kevin, after 2 straight years where he was starting, last season he was asked to come off the bench. And for J.J. Hickson, that just did not seem to be a good fit.
So the 76ers, their last game, a loss to the Celtics in Boston. And George kicks to Holiday. Back to George. Indiana again missing. The 76ers lead. Barnes. He dishes it to Patterson. Drills the 3-pointer.
Not too much respect shown to him by the defenders.
For Indiana, they've gone 5 of 12 from the field here in the second. Pass to Holiday. Looking to end the run. And the shot is good. Holiday's got 4 points this quarter.
And despite the hot start from beyond, they've gotten away from shooting the triple.
And trailing in this game, now is not the time to start playing conservatively. I mean, if you've got an open look from deep, let it go. I mean, you've got to play freely and with confidence.
In a moment here, take a look at the scoring breakdown for Philadelphia.
Fellas, they're passing the ball the way you're supposed to here in this first half.
They've also gotten into a nice rhythm from the 3-point line early on tonight.
Catching up on the changes now for Indiana. West comes in for Nick Collison. And it's C.J. Miles in for Hollis Jefferson. Rajon Rondo's checked in for Patrick Patterson. Landry with the screen. The drive by Rondo. Parker outside. All sorts of time. Good. And it's Rondo who picks up the assist. Rondo's got 4 assists now tonight.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Clearly just an example of a different mindset between these teams.
And guys, for Drew Holiday last season was a tale of two halves. Over the first half, he displayed the leadership and the playmaking skills the team had originally acquired him for.
You know what, Kevin? Over the second half of the year, everything just kind of fell apart for Drew. He couldn't shake an injury to his lower right leg, and as a result, had to watch from the bench as his team fought for its playoff lives.
The runner tried to bank it in, but he misses.
And he's really having all sorts of problems with his jumper right now.
Yeah, big time. I mean, the words that come to mind, ice and cold and disappearing stroke, all would apply.
Dishes it to Miles. Just 5 on the clock. Rest outside. It's tipped. Stolen by Landry. Here's Muhammad. Parker outside. Duncan left side. And all around the rim that time before dropping in.
And when you talk about Holiday, the Pelicans really needed his contribution last season. He can score and distribute the basketball equally as well. An excellent all-around defender. Exactly what you want in a point guard, except that he just couldn't stay healthy.
The Pacers have been coming through at the charity stripe. They've made 7 of their 8 attempts.
That's a familiar sight. He hardly ever wastes his chances at the line. Cashes in regularly.
The drive by Rondo. That's tipped. Taken away by Holiday. Here's George. Count the bucket, coming off a perfectly placed assist. George has got 8.
Just a great job of attacking on the break.
Yeah, you know, exploding to the basket like that, Greg, just as soon as that ball was going the other way, that's exactly how you want to do it.
It's been a back-and-forth game so far with no ground given through the first half. Third quarter starting here now. And you know, Harrison Barnes has really been making it happen, guys.
Yeah, created a lot of quality shots for himself in that first half, and he knew when to pass it up when the double team came.
And that led to a very high points per shot number for him. For those of you that are into analytics, that stat really tells how efficient a player has been, and he's been very efficient so far.
Welcome back, everybody. The start of the second half getting underway. Both teams battling hard through the first half.
You know, Barnes is playing well. He has 14 points, and those 4 3-pointers he's hit have helped him too.
No doubt, Clark. They'd be in a much different position this game if he wasn't knocking down those triples.
Duncan out there with Harrison Barnes. Then there's Ginobili. Then it's Noel. And it's Rondo in at the 1. That's the group on the floor for Philadelphia. Here's George, and he jams it with authority.
Went for the two-hander on that slam. That's where the weight room comes into play, Kevin.
I think some urgency from him there.
I think he's sensing that this is a critical time in the game, fellas.
Outside for Rondo. And Tim Duncan gets the whistle that time. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. Pacers trailed by 4. Everyone knows about the Paul George injury from last year and how it affected the Pacers. He said almost the entire season, and there was no doubt they missed him.
Yeah, and when George came back, Kevin, the Pacers got hot, but they had to put him on a minutes limit. And it wasn't just George, though. The team as a whole had a lot of injuries during the course of the season.
And, you know, as you said, the Pacers did have problems with injuries. The team roster missed 219 games due to injury. So compare that to the 69 games missed by the Pacers in 2014. Big difference.
And it's Rajon Rondo with the foul. And that'll be his third foul so far. And Holiday kicks to George. To the paint. Here's Jefferson. And it's thrown down hard with both hands.
Well, he's an undersized center, but he more than makes up for it with some serious leaping ability.
And really, guys, the most telling part of the Pacers' injury troubles was this. Had to use 15 different starting lineups over the course of the season. Just hard to stay consistent and competitive when you are always replacing an injured player in the lineup.
And guys, Tim Duncan still dominant after 18 years. You know, he's reshaped his body. He has gotten a brand new diet, which he says has had a huge benefit. We saw it in the playoffs last year. Greg, I think, you know, he probably was one of the top 5 overall performers in last year's playoffs.
No doubt about it. We continue to write this guy off, Kevin, and he just continues to defy Father Time. I mean, there was a point where he was starting to feel the wear and tear, especially in his knees, but being the competitor he is, he decided to dictate to his body rather than letting his body dictate to him.
For Philadelphia, they've gone 2 of 3 from the field to start the second half. Rondo kicks to Ginobili. And it's good, coming on the assist by Rajon Rondo. Rondo's got 6 assists here tonight.
That's a weapon they've been allowed to use at will to date.
Yeah, the defense struggling to take that away from them.
Indiana moving the ball around. Holiday, the pass to George. Just 5 to shoot. Duncan with the block. They retain possession. Collison, no good. The 76ers leading by 5. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up.
And how about Harrison Barnes, the Black Falcon? I mean, he was a high school phenom in Ames, Iowa, and a lottery pick back in 2012 after 2 seasons at Carolina. Remember also in high school, he was a teammate of Dougie McBuckets.
Harrison Barnes, of course, went to North Carolina, grew up as a huge fan of former Tar Heel Michael Jordan.
Yeah, you know, interesting, his mother started taping Jordan's games on the VCR years before he was born. His given name, Harrison Bryson Jordan Barnes. How about that for a factoid?
I didn't know that.
Nor did I.
Guarded by Holiday. Kicks it out to Ginobili. It's good from long range. Ginobili's got 10 points.
It has been a 3-point barrage for them since halftime.
Not sure if it's been by design or simply by accident, but either way, it has been impressive.
The 76ers leading by 4. Guarded by Holiday. From downtown, Ginobili can't hit. For Indiana, they've gone 6 of 8 on field goal attempts in the third. A 75% clip. Collison for 3. The second chance effort. Hollis Jefferson passes to George. He feeds it to Collison. Holiday dishes to Collison. Outside for George. Pass to Hollis Jefferson. Here's Jefferson. That ball is good for another field goal, his 6th. He is 6 for 9 on the stat sheet.
Well, they certainly didn't have much of a problem getting the ball into the post that time.
Yeah, and that's important because this game may ultimately come down to which team controls the paint in crunch time.
Over in the corner, Barnes. And he goes up strong with one hand and flushes it down.
Solid on the one-hand throw down there.
You know, Clark, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball.
Yep.
Yeah, and one reason why, I just don't know that I've ever seen him miss a play like that.
George against Barnes. George, no good.
Usually if he gets to the rim, he's converting it into points. But the defense stood tall there.
And really, these are some of the toughest calls an official has to make.
Yeah, but in this case, I think he got it right. I mean, the defender was still moving there and never really had good legal guarding position. He wasn't set.
Parker's checked in for Philadelphia. Pacers trailed by 6. Outside Holiday. Outside Jefferson. Collison kicks to Jefferson. That's good from Holiday on the assist by Jefferson. And that's 13 points for Drew Holiday.
I like the fact that he led his teammate right to the ideal spot. You don't always throw it to your teammate. You throw it to where he needs to be.
And Jabari Parker as a rookie, drafted number 2 overall behind Andrew Wiggins. Clark, there was much debate about which of these players, which of these prospects would be better NBA players. What do you think?
Well, I think both showed they're very capable of being stars in the league. Parker got off to a great start, averaging 30 minutes a game until, unfortunately, he had the ACL injury. And Wiggins, conversely, went on to have a big-time season, winning Rookie of the Year.
Philadelphia's gotten going here in the second half from outside, nailing 3 of 4 from the arc. It's Ginobili outside. It's rebounded by Indiana. Now the Pacers moving it up. Fast break, Philadelphia. Noel against Jefferson. It's Ginobili with the drive. And count the basket. He was fouled, and he's going to the line for one more. And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for the 76ers.
The activity level defensively, I've really been impressed with. They've been in attack mode on the defensive end.
Yeah, I think you also have to give them a lot of credit for how well they've risen up to meet shooters, to challenge shots in this game. A lot of blocked shots tonight.
So timeout called here, the first for Indiana.
Okay, Philadelphia, let's give a hand to your own.
And we all know Drew Holiday is a tremendous talent. That's why he was traded for the draft picks that became Nerlens Noel 2 years ago and Elfrid Payton last season. Such impressive company that Holiday may be feeling the pressure to live up to it.
Getting back to Holiday, we've seen the size, the court awareness, the change of pace moves he brings. Clark with a little more assertiveness and continued improvement on his jump shot. He'd be hard for anyone to keep up with.
Boy, I really like this young man's game. He's got tremendous natural ability and a great work ethic. I think he'll very well be one of the best guards in the league. Only 25 years old right now. Plenty of time to reach that potential.
And the 76ers with some changes. Carl Landry's checked in for Hickson. And it's Patterson in for Manu Ginobili. Now here is Holiday. He's tightly guarded. George. And Parker with the block. And it goes out of bounds. That one's off Parker. Holiday, the pass to George. And a beautiful feed leads to a monster jam. Philadelphia leading by 3. To the right side. To the paint. And he uses the glass on the layup. He has 7.
That's really told the story today, guys. I mean, throughout this game, they've been able to get the ball in tight and then finish.
More active and more physical down low. That's what's really been the difference thus far.
Boy, from my angle, it looked like it was in the bottom of the net. Looked good from here.
Yeah, I'm about as shocked as you are, Clark.
George against Landry. And Muhammad has it in the corner. Landry against George. Another shot. That one a tad offline to the right, but drops in for him. Landry's got the lead up to 7 now for Philadelphia. Here's Holiday. 13 points in the game. Pulls up on the wing. The rebound by Patterson. Patterson's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. And Muhammad throws it down.
Boy, he threw out some punishment with that two-hand throwdown.
And Clark, now's the time to do it. Continue to attack that rim.
Picked by West. Here's Holiday. And right on through for another basket. He's got 5 made on 5 of 9 shooting.
Wow, he is lighting it up here in the second half.
Passes it to Landry. It's stolen by Jefferson. Moving it up. That's good. And now just a 5-point 76ers lead.
Well, they won't be down for long if they can get some more early offense just like that.
And Clark, the best way to get that early offense is with steals that allows you to get out in transition.
Here's Landry. And count the basket. He was fouled, and he's going to the line for one more.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
And when you make 5 in a row in close like that, it also takes pressure off your perimeter guys, too.
Catching up on the changes now for Indiana. Greg Oden, he's checked in for Jefferson. Anderson comes in for George. And DJ Augustine subbed in for Drew Holiday. Rondo dishes to Landry. And he can't extend the lead to double digits. The 76ers struggled last year, but it was mostly due to their offensive issues, Greg. At times, they could be okay on defense.
No doubt, Kevin. They've got a good group of rim protectors. And they also...
Oh, wow. And this sort of awesome dunk is one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game right now.
Clark, there is a swagger out here on the court that they possess and are not afraid to show it either.
That's right.
I'll tell you what, I used to love to go up and jam like that.
Rondo with the steal. And even 3-on-3 break. And the dunk by Parker.
Rondo with the nice dish.
And it's the Pacers with the ball. Down by 12. And Augustine kicks it to West to stop the run. And good. Coming in on the assist by DJ Augustine.
Just the height separation on that mid-range jumper. Excellent job of taking advantage.
And Muhammad has it in the corner. Duncan high post. Clock at 6. Oden with the rebound.
Now that's terrific defense at the rim. Got right in his path.
And you know they'll be conscious of him next time they take it inside, too. I mean, that's what really good defenders do. They make you think about their presence.
To the inside. Parker lays it up and in on the nice reverse. Parker's got 7 points here in this quarter.
He's been one of their more reliable options today, guys. I mean, his shooting has led them to this lead.
Augustine passes to West. Now the 76ers on the break. And the dunk by Parker.
And that's the classic 1-2 punch right there. I mean, nice steal. And then how about the elevation, Kevin, on the finish?
And, Greg, nothing spurs some quick offense like a great play defensively.
That indicates the importance of great on-the-ball defense, as was displayed right there.
And Augustine kicks to Anderson. And play stops as it looks like they call an over the back here.
Boy, did he go hard to the boards, but clearly went over the back in doing it.
Yeah, kudos for the effort. I always love that kind of effort. He's just a little overzealous.
The 76ers have been getting it done at the line, 10 for 12.
And looking at last season's numbers, down below 70% as a team from the line.
And, guys, that's a pretty good improvement over last season.
And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. 76ers ahead. They lead by 14. And we're coming back in just a moment. Get ready for the fourth quarter of action when we return. And thanks again for joining us. Let's see what happens here in the fourth. A moment now to reset the lineups, brought to us by Gatorade, all fueled up here for the fourth quarter. On the court for Indiana, we've got Oden, DJ Augustine out there with CJ Miles, Then it's West, and it's Anderson, and it's the small forward.
C.J. Miles.
Well, the Pacers, despite all their injuries from last season, were right in the playoff hunt until the very end. Had a chance, in fact, GA, on the last day to sneak in, but it didn't happen.
Yeah, they needed a Brooklyn loss to go along with them winning that last game. Ultimately, though, it wasn't in the cards for them, and they ended a game out of the postseason.
Rondo kicks to Duncan. And goaltending is going to be the call, so they get the basket there anyway.
You got to like how they're getting the ball inside this half. They didn't have as much success earlier in the game, but now they're showing real determination in taking it inside to score.
And Augustine kicks it to West. Can't get it to go. So Philadelphia will take it the other way.
And, you know, the Pacers had made the playoffs in each of the last 4 seasons prior to last year's miss. Hard for a team that was coming off of back-to-back conference finals appearances to stomach that. But with the injuries, they'll be better and back in the playoffs next year, I'm sure.
We've played just over 1 minute here in the fourth quarter. Pulls up. Augustine, no luck.
And really, it's going to be more of a reload than a rebuild situation for the Pacers. You would have to imagine their goal isn't just to get back to the playoffs, but to get back to being a conference final participant.
Ginobili dishes to Duncan. Takes the turnaround J. The shot is good off the backboard.
Sometimes folks forget about his decent mid-range jumper. He can knock those down all game given a chance.
Augustine passes to Anderson. Indiana moving the ball around. Oden kicks to Augustine. The wing jumper off target.
Major defensive lapse right there. I mean, he's not a player you can leave open for a jump shot. You've got to stay attached to him. They're lucky he couldn't punish them for it. He just has not been able to get into that groove yet, guys, but as a whole, it hasn't affected them too much.
Outside for Miles. No good on the three.
No luck for him this half after being outstanding from outside the arc in the first half.
Barnes can't get it to go. Pacers trail by 16 to stop the drought. And he hits the jump shot. Miles has got 4 this quarter.
Timeout for the 76ers.
And the 76ers call time here.
Okay, Philadelphia, let's give a hand to
Well, guys, once again, the 76ers finished second to last in the East. Amazingly managed to win fewer games against the East than they did the year before, which was 14 wins in 2014.
Let's go over to the sideline with Doris Burke.
Hey, Kevin, during that last break, I heard Brett Brown as he addressed his team. It was clear what message he was trying to get across. He said, this lead isn't big enough that we're safe. Not by a long shot. I don't want us sitting back and milking the clock. Play to win. Show some aggression. Guys.
Here's Rondo. Hangs in the air. Rejected by Collison. Knocked loose. Stolen by Holiday. He's got a clear path. And then Miles with the dunk.
And, Clark, that's really deflating for a team to cough up the ball and have it turn into points immediately on the other end.
You know, Greg, it feels like giving up 2 baskets, the one you didn't get, and then the one you allow the opponent to get.
And that's out of bounds. Indiana will retain possession. Look at the clock. A little under 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth. George dishes to Collison. No good there, and that would have cut it to single digits. The 76ers leading by 12. Duncan high post. Excellent D there from George.
Not too much congestion in the lane. I think he could have gotten a better shot that time, no question.
Here's
Oh,
That's a beautiful jam. Wow, and that sort of showmanship is just deflating right now to a team trying Clark to get back into this game like this.
Yeah, definitely a jam with emphasis. A big apostrophe or exclamation point. How about maybe even a question mark, partner?
Yeah, I would have to say there are a lot of questions right now from a defensive standpoint. That's for sure.
And it's Rondo penetrating to the middle. Just 5 on the clock. And it's sent back by George.
He's going to play his way right onto the bench and out of the game if he continues to shoot it like he has so far in this quarter.
Philadelphia leading by 12. Rondo kicks to Barnes. Back to Rondo. Uncovered. Good as the jump shot falls.
You know what? They're winning, though, despite the fact that he has just been really off.
Kicks it to Collison. Over to the left wing. The tray. Looks good, is good. That's his 7th basket in 12 tries.
And, you know, he's enjoyed the kind of day you expect in terms of shooting the basketball. He can bring them right back into this game.
And the dunk by Duncan.
Maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that.
And we know he's capable of those memorable dunks.
Yeah, and when he's got a lead like that, why not take a few chances? A lot more engaging and entertaining than just doing the old ho-hum one-hander.
And the wide-open shot from Ginobili. And it's good, coming on the assist by Rajon Rondo.
And you like to see since the half now, he's finally starting to come around.
And Holiday kicks to Collison. They get it again. Outside for George. From deep. But they recover it.
You know, he just hasn't looked right to me. A bit out of sorts, if you will. Something's off with his mechanics, at least as I look at it.
And chalk up a few more points for him there. This has been a one-sided game in just about every area.
Absolutely. I echo that sentiment. Their offense, their defense. I mean, it's all been terrific.
CJ Miles.
That's good. Miles has got 11 points in the quarter.
He's really stepped it up this quarter. Looks like he's determined to get them out of this hole all by himself.
It's good, and he drew contact on the shot, so he will go to the line. A three-point play chance here. And that sends Nerlens Noel to the free throw line. It's on Al Jefferson. Well, with Nerlens Noel coming out, we knew he'd be a plus shot blocker. He set the Kentucky single-game record with 12 in a game shot blocks. He also knew he had the chance to be a great rebounder, but we definitely knew he needed help with his shot, and that will continue on into next year.
Yeah, you know, he spent the year rehabbing that knee, but also spent that year correcting his shooting form. And we're not talking about just a tweak when it comes to shooting the basketball.
Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. The three from George. That's good. George has got 12 points in just the second half.
And what a good time for the three-pointer. The fast break had the D scattered all over the place.
And, you know, going back to Nerlens Noel's shooting, the improvements to his form look really good. Even better is that he hit 60% from the line as a rookie. That may not sound like a great start, but at this stage of his development, that's great progress.
And George, here we go. The wide open look here for Holiday. Collison, the pass to Jefferson. Miles, that's for two. Rondo with the rebound.
And if the shot's not there, you've got to understand that. Move the basketball.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm not quite sure what his mindset or what he was thinking there. I mean, that was just a terrible shot.
You know, one caution I have about Noel's improved shooting, you don't want him to fall in love with jumpers. He did shoot only 46% from the field last year. Conversely, DeAndre Jordan shot 71% because he dunked everything and kept his head under the rim. It's a fine line between improving your game and playing within your limitation.
Rondo against Holiday. Rondo drives in. An amazing finish with a hand right in his face. And the 76ers lead by 17. George dishes to Holiday. Collison kicks to Holiday. Outside, George. Out to the wing. Here's Jefferson. Duncan with the block.
Timeout for the 76ers.
And the 76ers call time here.
Can't be any surprise to you that Tim Duncan, folks, last year became the leading rebounder of all active players, passed up Kevin Garnett for that honorable distinction. We're talking 15,000 rebounds total over 18 seasons.
And the 76ers with a completely new group now. Pacers trail by 17. Here's Miles. Miles with another miss.
Boy, that's finishing the defense there. He made a good effort on that possession defensively and then closed it out with the rebound.
Getting back to Duncan's rebounding, he's always had the great size and wingspan and timing, and he really positions himself well for those rebounds. But what seems to separate him is his quiet toughness. He'll never back down.
Yeah, it's hard. You know, he's not a guy that's going to yell or pump his fist. He's not going to flex his muscles to the crowd. He just silently assassinates you
well said.
out on the floor.
You're right. You're so right. The Pacers making a switch here. Spates checked in for Jefferson. Anderson comes in for George. James Ennis, he'll check in for C.J. Miles. And D.J. Augustine subbed in for Drew Holiday.
And Maurice Spates last season with the best year of his career. I mean, he shot the cover off the ball and did a nice job on the boards as well.
Out to the wing. Landry inside, working on Collison. Landry no good. Here's the break. Here's Ennis. Boom, he jams it straight down.
Easy to see who's going to win that race.
Yeah, early offense is often easy offense. Excellent work that time.
Rick, you were just talking about Mo Spates. Clark, he has a great mid-range jump shot.
He does, and they actually call him Mo's bucket. But he actually played so well last season, they even threw in Mo VP from time to time.
Indiana didn't have a great record on the road last season. Only went, Clark, 15-26 on the year, and it crushed them down the stretch.
It really did, Kevin. I mean, the Pacers had a bumpy year with all of the injuries, particularly with George being out for most of the year. His absence was most noted in those tough road games, I think.
Rebound by Ennis. Pacers trailed by 12. Beyond the arc. J.J. Hickson grabs the rebound.
And for the Pacers, perhaps the biggest loss of the season for them was on the road. Couldn't get it done in Memphis on the final day of the season to try and get into the postseason.
Landry. The 76ers with another miss. It's tipped. It's stolen by Hickson. Good ball movement here by the 76ers. And the jam by Carl Landry.
Well, they're going to walk out of here with a win and send this crowd home happy.
Yeah, you know, it was a real solid performance for them in a lot of areas. I mean, they should be proud of their work tonight.
Ennis, good.
You can't afford to get him that kind of a look.
Well, you know, he came off a good screen, but still, as a defender, you've got to do a better job of fighting over and through that.
The pass to Hickson. So it's the 76ers winning this one easily.
being on some chill. We go 0 to 100 real quick. They be on that rap to pay the bills. And I don't feel it, not even a